Hi guys, how you doing? I just wanted to go over one more problem. This was one that was assigned. This is about simulations right here. Simulations are a little bit confusing. Definitely simulations and of course statistical significance. Sometimes a little bit confusing to write out. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick right here. So according to a newspaper article, most people are kissing the right way. So what does that mean? That is, according to a study, the majority of couples prefer to tilt their heads to the right when kissing. In the study, a researcher observed a random sample of 124 kissing couples and found that 83 out of 124, 66.9%, of the couples tilted to the right. To determine if these data provide convincing evidence that couples are more likely to tilt their head to the right, 100 simulated simple random samples were selected. All right, so what's happening right here is we have size 124, right? We just did one sample, size 124, and we observed, our observation was 83 out of those 124 couples tilted their head to the right when kissing. So right here we did a simple random sample to seeing if there's something there or if this is just a result of random chance. So in this simple random sample, each dot in the graph shows the number of couples that tilt the head to the right in a simulated simple random sample of 124 couples, assuming each couple has a 50% chance of tilting to the right here. So in this case right here, the population proportion is 50%, which is of course would be 124 divided by 2 right here is 62. So we're talking about right here. So let's take a look right here. In this simulation right here, did we even get right here 83 at all? Looks like no. All right. The highest we even got was 78, and we only got one simulated random sample. So what's happening right here is they did where it was a 50-50 chance, they did of size 124. They did 100 simulated random samples of size 124. All right, so like they did one and they got 45. They did another one, they got 51. They did another one, they got 63. They did another one, they got 63. They did another one, they got whatever this is, 74, etc., etc. So like if you look at like this thing right here, right? If we refresh this here. Okay, so we have a 50% chance, right? That was whether you're tilting your head to the left or right. We're trying to see if this, our observation of 83, if that's statistically significant, or maybe it's just, you know, some dumb luck. And so we're trying to see right here. So 50% right here, we are talking about of size 124, and we're talking about 100 samples. We're going to do this 100 times to see if we can even get 83 at all. 83 was our observed value, right? So let's go and do it. All right, so we're going to look at right here. So it's showing you what's happening right here if we do size 124. And again, right here, it's a 50-50 chance. But again, sometimes you'll get more than 62. Sometimes you'll get a little more. Sometimes you get a little less. So let's look at the summary stats right here. All right, so in general, the mean right here is 62, but look, it said the most recent one was 71. So we got some that were above 70. We got one that was really low at 45. Now, did we get 83 at all? No, not really even close in this case, right? Most of them were right around 62 or a little more, a little less. So that's what that simulated, that simulation is. They took 100 samples of size 124. And they want to see, did we ever get that value that we got in the observation? All right, so let's take a look right here. Letter A says what? Explain how the graph illustrates the concept of sampling variability. All right, so we're trying to explain right here the concept of sampling variability. So what they're saying right here is if we took many random samples of size 124 from a population of couples who have no preference for head tilting while kissing. Or you could say who have 50%, for tilting to the right. There's no preference, 50-50. The number of couples tilting right will vary from about 45 to 78. So right here, if we took many random samples, in this case it was 100, but we're just saying, they said in general, how does the graph illustrate the concept of sampling variability? Saying if we take many, or you could say, if we took 100 random samples of size 124 from a population of couples who have no preference at all for head tilting while kissing, the number of couples that are tilting their head to the right will be about from 45 to 78. Make sure you say about, because again, when we did that simulation here, it was a little bit different, right? It was 45 to 74. Close, but a little slightly different. Okay, so that's what this is showing. B, based on the data from the study and the results of the simulation, is there convincing evidence that couples prefer to kiss the right way? Explain your answer. All right, so right here, it's based on the data, which was, again, the data was we had 83 out of 124. So based on that data, who of couples that tilted their head to the right, is there convincing evidence that couples do prefer to kiss the right way? So see here, we're going to say yes. And why is that? Well, looking right here, 83 is not even represented on here. 0 out of 100 simple random samples of size 124 had 83 or above. So when we assume that head tilting did not matter for couples with a sample size of 124, 83 was much higher than any simulated random sample. We could say 83 or above, actually. Much higher than any simple random sample we obtained. This tells us that 83 out of 124 is statistically significant and unlikely to occur by random chance. Okay? So it's simple as that, right? That's what a simulation is all about, and that's what statistical significance is all about. I hope that helped. All right, bye guys.